Hi everyone! Today I will show you how to install a quick release removable shaft into the Qanba Gravity Silent Joystick. I will be using the Link EX-Groove from PhreakMods, which is made specifically for the Sanwa JLF. But because the stock shaft on the Qanba joystick is very similar to the Sanwa shaft, it will fit with one small adjustment. To do this, I will use a small flathead screwdriver and needle nose pliers. The quick release shaft kit comes with an Allen key, which is used for tightening and removing the joystick tops, and a two-piece shaft. The top part is spring-loaded and is designed to be detached from the bottom part. Inside the top piece, there is a slot for the Allen key, and the bottom piece is hollow with two different ends. One end interlocks with the top half, and the other end has a groove for the E-clip. First, I will loosen the ball top using my flathead screwdriver. Then I will remove the ball top, the shaft cover, and the dust cover. With the 5-pin connector turned away, and with the E-clip opening facing toward my thumb, I will apply firm pressure on the actuator to compress the spring. Then I will carefully pry off the E-clip. Just before the E-clip pops off, I prevent it from flying away by always keeping my finger behind it. After the E-clip is removed, I will slowly release the tension and take out the actuator and the spring. With the E-clip, the actuator and the spring removed, I can now slide out the stock shaft and the pivot. The spring base can remain inside the joystick assembly. When removing the pivot from the shaft, I try not to rub off too much lubricant with my fingers. That's why I only handle the pivot once to transfer it from the stock shaft to the quick release shaft. To prevent the spring base from falling out, I support it with my index finger when inserting the quick release shaft into the joystick assembly. And now I will put back the spring and the actuator. To put the E-clip back on, I need to gently guide the actuator past the microswitches and push it down with my thumb to reveal the groove on the joystick shaft. This is where I discovered that the Qanba shaft is not completely identical to the Sanwa JLF shaft. The E-clip groove is shallower, and the E-clip opening is larger on the Qanba joystick by about 1/2 of a millimeter. The original Qanba E-clip is too big to fit on the quick release shaft designed for the Sanwa JLF. To deal with E-clips that don't fit because they're a bit larger, most people would buy a smaller E-clip. But there is a much quicker and cheaper way to solve this problem. Let me show you what I do with E-clips that are a tiny bit larger than I need them to be. To close the E-clip opening by a fraction of a millimeter, I use my pliers and slowly flex the E-clip several times to change its shape. When doing this, I always make sure that I'm wearing eye protection and that my pliers have a good grip on the E-clip. If something slips, the E-clip could be ejected at high speeds. Reducing the E-clip opening is a gradual process, and it may take a few attempts to get it done. I like to go slow and check my progress after several flexes until the E-clip can no longer be pushed onto the shaft by hand. Supporting the pliers with both hands gives me more control and I can better feel the E-clip flexing so I don't apply too much pressure. With the opening adequately reduced, I can now complete the quick release shaft installation. Once more, I will guide the actuator past the microswitches and push it down with my thumb to reveal the groove on the joystick shaft. Then I will put the E-clip into the groove and slowly release the actuator so it holds the E-clip in place. In this position, the E-clip can still fall out and the actuator and the compressed spring could be ejected. I always keep my thumb gently resting on the actuator while pressing the E-clip onto the shaft with my needle nose pliers. To ensure it is firmly seated, give the E-clip a wiggle to check it's not going to fall out. Then test the joystick to confirm it's moving smoothly in all directions. The original shaft cover is no longer needed. All I have to do now is replace the dust cover and the ball top. When the top of the quick release shaft is detached, the dust cover stays on the shaft and is held in place by a small rubber ring. To tighten or remove the ball top, I will use the Allen key that came with the kit. And that's it. The Link EX-Groove quick release shaft installation is complete. I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching.